Yes guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, enable notifications, and we're back for another video. It's finished, we do know that. It was finished at Rugby Park. Kilmarnock won, Hibs won. So let's just get right into this video. Like, subscribe as always, and let's try and get to 300 subs, which is the YouTube goal. There's much negativity until it gets to the end part of the game where Jordan Obita gives a penalty, but there's much to talk about and just break it down. Am I gutted that we really conceded a goal? Yes, but at the same time, we move out to 11th and go up to 8th, but we wanted to win. But when David Gray needs his defence the most, ends up letting him down. It's more like, what the hell's going on here? Apart from the Joe Neal goal, I haven't actually seen the Joe Neal goal, but I hear that it was a good goal. But there's also people saying it was a cross, but okay. But it doesn't matter, it's a goal. Joe Neal scored, so it doesn't matter. We had the opener, we hung on for near to the full time, and then somehow it was a penalty. And Kilmarnock get the penalty. But so that, right, you're looking at the Hibs performance today. Some people are saying it was dire and it was a bit poor and there wasn't really much energy in the game today. But I disagree technically, because for the way I was looking at shots on target, possession and stuff like that, Hibs looked really good, and the only thing that was kind of lacking accuracy was, or should I say accuracy, was the defence when David Gray needed it the most, as I've just said. What can change to make our defence better? There is sometimes not that much leadership in the defence, which I have noticed. You can see it if you're going from the highs to the lows, to the ups to the downs. It needs to change a bit. If we can't change that, and there's no communication in the defence or stuff like that, then it's just going to really haunt us. We really need to try and stop conceding any more goals this season. We need to work on our mistakes. We've got 2 weeks to work on that, because it's international break now, so there's not any more Scottish Premiership football till the weekend of the 14th of this month. So we really need to try and decide what we want to do here. And David Gray needs time. I'm just going to point that out right now. Stop trying to say David Gray will only last until Christmas and he will only last long. That is the worst part I've ever heard in my life. What he gifted us back in 2016. He's a Hibs legend. He's learning as he builds his confidence on doing it. And I think if he gets the time, and this is only the start, so you've got to realise that as this month of fixtures goes on, we're not in Europe, we're not in anything, so we can focus on the league and focus on pushing up the league as well, and try and get more points and try and continue what we have. South Korean, I've been hearing a lot of positive remarks about him today. He almost scored today, but it just narrowly went wide. But even Boyle came close to scoring. But see, my opinion on Boyle, it's getting to the point where you can see that he's not the same player we remember him as, because of him having that ACL injury, then the injury where the two Rangers players collided with him, and then he got injured again. He's came back for those injuries and he's just not been the same player I remember him as. Very energetic and he pushes to try and score and stuff like that. He just, it's no connecting right for him anymore. And when you see him try to keep up with his opposition player, he just runs out of breath and then can't catch up with him. So you've got to remember he's getting to 32, so as soon as you reach that part of your football career, that's when the fitness and energy starts to catch up with you every single time. There is a lot of things to start talking about, and the one that I want to talk about is the Joe Neal goal, where Joe Neal scored the opener. He meant to cross it, but it ended up going into the goal, and he ended up scoring the opener for Hibs. So it was a really good goal for what I was hearing on the BBC Sports Sound, and then Hibs managed to hang on till nearer the end, and then what happened was Joe Neal's opener got signalled out. Jordan Obita gives Kilmarnock a penalty. It's as if to say, oh, I think he'll just let Kilmarnock get an equaliser, blah, 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 blah. The keeper could have done better with the way the penalty was taken. He could have done better to try and save it, but there wasn't really much. You know, keepers usually try and put the player off to try and stop the goal from going in, but obviously, you know, it's not like that now. It's pretty dire. But you've got to realise that it just gets from positive to dire to enthusiasm. But there's just a lot that doesn't make sense at the minute. We've still got Ellie Johan out. Junior Hoylett, one of our new signings, is not up to full fitness. That's why he's not featured yet. But hopefully by the time we return to face St Johnstone on the weekend of the 14th, we actually see Junior Hoylett in action and also see Ellie Johan, because that's what I feel like we're missing. Ellie Johan's energy, Ellie Johan's possession, because you can see what Ellie Johan can do. He gets the ball and he just runs and he manages to get into the box, no matter what he does. He's a player of his word, and he's a really sound guy to talk to as well, a really nice player, and I wish him luck whatever he does this season. And when he does come back, I'll be supporting guys. Actually, I wasn't going to really add this in, but I will add this in. Obviously, sad news broke out on the Hibs community last night, where a former Hibs player sadly passed away at the age of 39. Bamba, I think it is. Bamba? If I got that wrong. I think that's the name. I'll just show you a picture of that right now. So yes, that was the news that broke out yesterday, sort of in the evening. So the former Hibs and Dunfermline player, he passed away yesterday. And when I saw it, I was like, what? Like, I was just lost for words. I was like, no way. Because obviously that's a player that I saw playing as a Hibs player when I was growing up. That's one of the Hibs players from my memories, because I've actually met him a few times, and he was, when he was at Hibs, a really nice player. And I was obviously gutted when the news broke that he had passed away. I was like, silence, I think it was. But yeah, I mean, may he rest in peace, and it's just a shame that he's gone. But I'd say I can't remember the name of the other Hibs player that passed away as well, but it was a good few years back. He was a good player for us as well, because I remember watching him as a young kid, and he was a really good player. But yeah, may he rest in peace, and condolences go to his family. But yeah, talking about the Hibs performance, as I continue to talk about it, Jordan Obita didn't need to make that challenge for to concede a penalty, and then VAR, the guy goes over to the monitor, and you know what happens next when you go over to the monitor, and then he just comes back over, and that's it. And then I'm like, fucking concede a penalty, for fuck's sake, man. You know, the mistakes that he's done to make it happen, and I'm just like, are you actual serious? As soon as I heard that it was a VAR check for a possible penalty, I thought it was Hibs. I was like, oh yeah, beauty. And then it went Kilmarnock. I was like, oh, for fuck. Jordan Obita, I was like, no surprise. That happens. Jordan Obita does that, everyone. Sometimes he does the mistakes that are costly, and there's nothing really you can do. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on the Hibs game from today. Keep it positive. No negative comments about the manager or players, for goodness sake, because I didn't have anything negative to say, because I stay positive and I stay believing on my team to do well. So that's just how I do it. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, enable notifications. And yes guys, I've been your host, JackC99 once again. Apart from that guys, huge shout outs as always go to Bella and Eddie for Hibs Supporters Group, and Longbangers and Matty. The best Longbangers podcast it'll always be. Phone It In is always on Longbangers every Thursday night, 8 till 9 PM. Keep that tuned. And apart from that guys, the goal is to reach 300 subscribers. Can we hit that before we face St Johnstone at Easter Road on the 14th of September this month? We shall see. Apart from that guys, I will catch you guys in the next one.